Oh, got a bit of echo, bit of stuff going on. Apologies about that. There we are. Let's pause that so we've got the live chat up there. And hopefully it's got the correct title, because I was about to go live with the old title for last month's box. But already we've got a comment from Thomas McCarthy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing okay. And yeah, so as you might not have guessed by the song, Beer52's box, and of course the title, really quite explicit, is a road trip to South Africa. So I've been seeing every now and then South African beers being made available. I think Dean, actually, from Dean's Beer Reviews, has reviewed a couple. And maybe Harry as well, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what macro stuff we get here in the UK, but I have seen the odd craft offering. And yeah, so Beer52 have been getting their boxes for a little while. I'm really liking the direction that they're going now that they've got the guy from Partisan, whose name I always forget, working for them as head of beer. So really intriguing sort of stuff, and for them to do a South Africa box, I think that's pretty damn interesting. So we get to see what the beer scene is like in South Africa. And I've got my grandmother visiting me, well, visiting our house, so lovely baby blue dressing gown in the background. And yeah, so it's absolutely sweltering outside. It's ridiculous. It feels warmer here than it was when I was back in Germany. I'm sure in South Africa this is like cold. I don't know. I never want to sound like I'm being you know, insensitive, because I hate being people who are insensitive to different culture. But yeah, I'm not using the headset because it's just warm and I can't be bothered. So if the sound's not too good, I do apologise. And yeah, so I thought I'd just do a quick unboxing, as I always do with these sorts of boxes. I'm going to put my link, as always, to my Beer52 referral link down below. So if you want to get yourself a nice discount on your first box, then you can definitely do that. And it also helps me out a little bit. But yeah, a nice, slightly bigger box than usual, although it's the same beers. I've got 8 beers this time. I usually get the 10 beer box, but I'm trying to cut down spending as much as I can. And next month's theme sounds interesting, which we'll talk about at the end of the video. So, of course, got 8 beers, and as is always the case, you get a copy of Ferment, which lovely artwork on there. I do enjoy these magazines. I need to start, even though I'm sure there's like videos of me like saying, oh, I'll never invest myself this much into it. I want to read. I like writing about beer. So if I remember to do so, I'll put the link down to my blog, because I did my first blog post, my first written blog post. And because I don't want to have to review every beer in video form that I drink, I might every now and then throw reviews up on the website or the blog, as well as like articles and stuff like that that I don't really do on YouTube. But yeah, so looking forward to reading that. Still actually need to read the book from last time. And speaking of books, because I've reached a certain amount of taster points, they've also given me a copy of The Story of Craft Beer, How It's Made and How to Drink It, written by Pete Brown. Yeah, looking forward to reading through this, like the magazine. So yeah, that's worth like 12 or 13 pounds in itself. So nice reading material. So of course you get the literature. Then there's always a snack, and I think I've had a different flavour of these, but it's basically smoky premium roasted corn snack. This is Love Corn smoked barbecue, so it's like corn kernels, which sound really damn good. So I suppose it's about time we get on with the beer. All in bottles. And there's 4 from one brewery, and they are actually showcased in the video that they usually do, which I think I've actually forgotten to put in the link down below. So I'll do that after the video's gone live. In fact, I don't think I've actually made thumbnails for any of my live stuff. and I need to do that because it's just like like the thumbnail on most of these is like me doing like a bit, you know, like in a really unflattering angle. But yeah, again, big shout out to Thomas McCarthy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for sticking around, and anybody else who's viewing this. And what are you guys drinking while you're watching this, both live and after the fact? Anyway, so I'm supposed to better get the first beer from the brewery that we've got 4 beers from. And this is from Devil's Peak. And this is a bottle of the King's Blockhouse IPA. I'm just seeing if it's got any more information on there. Cool looking label on this. So yeah, it looks relatively clear in the bottle, but certainly looks interesting. I'm sure that'll be a nice casual affair. Then we've got a beer from St. Francis Brewing Company, and this is the Chroma River Wit beer. Go with the flow. Yeah, not heard of this brew before. You'll probably hear me say that about every beer in this. But yeah, 5.4% ABV wit beer. Not had too many. It's not one of my favourite styles, it has to be said. But I'm willing to give it a go. Maybe a South African twist might excite me a little bit more. But yeah, there's the Devil's Peak Crown. Got Aussie Brew in the chat as well. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. And if you're drinking along, then I hope you're having something nice. I'm going to be in the garden after I've done this, so I'm going to be putting even though you shouldn't really do it, got a couple of cans from my Optimism haul, which I'm going to quickly pop in the freezer in the shed, and then so they'll be a little bit colder when I'm in the garden, because I'm going to water the flowers, because I need the mist from the water, I really do. So the next Devil's Peak beer is the First Light Golden Ale, clocking in at 4.5%. And the reason why this box is a little bit taller is because these are in 340 milliliter bottles. So you're getting a nice little extra amount of beer in there, which is always appreciated. The IPA, by the way, is 6% ABV. But yeah, cool looking like label, pretty uniform with the other beer, which I'd imagine will follow through with the others. Oscar says, just a boring can of Carlsberg, just watered the borders. That's what I will be doing. And Carlsberg, I had the Carlsberg export recently, and it was actually pretty damn good. And for the weather that we've been having now, chill that down. It's going to be perfect. But yeah, so 4 viewers so far. Then we've got another beer from St. Francis, and this is the Beach Blonde Light number 4. So what is this? Not too sure. So I guess it's sort of like a blonde ale, clocking in at 4% ABV, and again, pretty uniform to the other bottle. Okay, let's put that there. Then the next Devil's Peak beer, and oh, I like this artwork. This is the Change of Weather Chocolate Stout, clocked in at 8.5% ABV. Pretty snazzy looking label there. Very nice, actually. Pitch black in colour with chocolate aroma, creamy palate, and a light roastiness. Chewy with low, smooth bitterness. Brewed with lactose and cacao. I'm looking forward to actually tasting the sort of like South African ingredients that may or may not be in these beers. Let's see. Osprey says it's a first quencher. It certainly is. And I can think of a worse thing. I'd rather drink a Carlsberg than a water, to be honest. Don't know if that really says too much, but you know what I mean. And Beer Reviews, Brett, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing okay. Might be doing a live review on Sunday if all goes to plan. And he says, I got a Siren tap takeover tomorrow featuring the head brewer. Do you know what? I've not had a Siren beer for quite a long time, to be honest. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to get some of the stuff that's available in the supermarkets. But then, yeah, some of the barrel-aged stuff just looks phenomenal. But anyway, we'll talk about that whenever I pull my finger out and get another beer from them. But yeah, next up, we've got, might as well do the next Devil's Peak beer. And this is Devil's Peak Brewing Company Pale Ale, 4.4% ABV, 340ml bottle. So again, fairly simple. And, you know, I'm not expecting white whales from a box like this. Do you know what I mean? I'm just intrigued as to see how, you know, the South Africans brew beer. And you need to head to Waitrose. Their line is pretty impressive. Not too sure where my nearest Waitrose would be, to be honest. It's probably in like Manchester or Liverpool. So next time, I'm going to definitely pop in. They're breaking away from the Devil's Peak. Yeah, just want to make sure I've got the right name. We've got the Alpha True Craft Lager from, I'm guessing the brewery is called Alpha. And that's a 4% ABV. 340ml bottle. Cool looking artwork on that one. Sort of reminds me of, I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Don't know why that's reminded me of Skyrim. It looks absolutely fuck all like anything you would see in Skyrim. But yeah, interesting to taste the nice craft lager. Always a thumbs up from me. And then, of course, the last beer. And getting a little bit of a Cloudwater vibe with this artwork and this artwork. Not going to lie. We've got a coffee stout called Gesha, clocking in at 5% ABV. Now, I'm interested to see what the coffee is going to be like in this beer. It's brewed with Gesha coffee, which I don't think I've ever had. But rich black with a spicy chocolatey aroma, creamy palate and light earthiness, full-bodied with low bitterness, clocking in at 5% ABV. But yeah, I do like a good coffee beer. So yeah, it's pretty much mainly Devil's Peak beers. So it'd be an interesting experience to try a new brewery. Well, I've got 3 new breweries in this box. And hopefully with boxes like this, it will spur on the distributors both in South Africa and in the UK to pull the finger out and get more of their beers available. So some might be a little bit disappointed with that box, considering that there's 4 beers from the same brewery. I don't really care because I've got the book in there as well, which is a nice little addition. And Ferment magazine's always appreciated, so I'm not too upset about that. And looking forward to trying those beers. So next time, which might excite people, the next box will be Polish craft beer. Elusive Polish craft beer, even though I know there are like Polish websites that do deliver to the UK. And Simon Martin, of course, has a good connection with the Polish craft beer scene. So that'd be an interesting box, which I might keep hold of my membership for that one. I don't know yet, because there are other sort of services that I do want to try, just to let you guys know about them. But as for Beer52 themselves, ever since I started getting their boxes, even though I had to cancel for a good few months because of a lack of this, I've been very impressed. There've been more good beers than there have been boring beers, and I'd rather have bad beers than, you know, boring beer. I'd rather have a beer to talk about, but thankfully they have been really good beers. So yeah, that's the Beer52 trip to South Africa box. If you're interested in this box, then I'll put my referral link down below so you can give them a try for yourself, or of course to get another box in the future. Definitely worth giving them a go, I'd say, and I'm not just saying that so I get free beer. But yeah, so I've got reading material, a snack, and some beers from a country that I'd love to visit, and it's going to be nice to drink some of their beers that aren't just like macro beers that are brewed over there. So very intrigued, especially with the Devil's Peak, because we've got some light beers, and then we've got some dark beers, so you get to try them on both ends of the colour spectrum. Anyway, I've waffled on for way too long. I'm getting a little bit warm. I'm in the mood for a beer. And yeah, if you've actually tried any of these beers or any South African beers, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm not going to play any more of South African Man in the background. Great song, by the way. It just goes on for ages, and it's got such a good vibe to it. But what are you talking about, Peter? I'm getting that sort of round head thing with my hair now, so I better call it a day. Anyway, thank you to the guys who have been watching and commenting. Thank you to anyone who has actually watched, and of course, thank you to those who will watch this after it's gone live. Check out Beer52. I've got a healthy Beer52 related playlist down below. And yeah, look out for beer reviews of some of these beers in the future, both on my YouTube channel And of course, the Clueless Drinker blog, which is the totally clueless drinking blog.wordpress.com, because I'm too cheap to actually buy a domain. Sit on it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. End the